This is Coleman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. Third down. That's Coleman. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on fourth down. Here's the Chiefs punter now. Back deep is DeAnthony Thomas. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. Always got some breathing room. Look at this spin. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. Oh, nice move. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Here we go. Ohio. Flex round. Flex round. Let's go. Ohio. Flex round. Flex round. Let's go.
And the back goes into motion. He'll look to throw. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
On third down, it's Coleman. Able to power through, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on fourth down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Here's Coleman on the toss. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. And I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. 69 yards. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And the Colts coming out now. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking a big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And some space here. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Let's go.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
Let's go.
Again, it's Cook. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get 4 yards on the carry there, and we will get to the end of the first quarter of play. They've got it 2nd and 6 to start things out.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Come on, let's go. Flex round. Hey, four down, four down. Flex round. Flex round. Under crush, under crush, under crush. Here we go.
A toss to Cook. Stays on his feet. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Here we go.
Handoff comes to Cook. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run, because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Let's go. Flex round. Flex round. Four down. Check, check. Flex round. Flex round. Check your heart rate.
On 2nd down, Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Ohio. Here we go. Ohio.
Off the play fake. Marshall throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Shepard. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Let's go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Shepard. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated.
Oftentimes when a guy has a game like this, He's going to take his offensive line out to dinner afterwards, but after a play like that, he may tell him, instead of getting the steaks, guys, we might have to go for the hot dogs.
Off play action. Marshall. Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And Bryant's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And out come the Chiefs now. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Here we go. Flex round. Flex round. Let's go. Flex round. Flex round.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 3rd down. That's Coleman. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. It's a short one here. Complete to the tight end. It'll be a pickup of 4. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. Now they'll run it on the toss. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. They'll bring Fitzgerald in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now he's flushed out left. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. He got 29 yards that time. Coleman now. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Looking to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. And another timeout taken by the Colts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Chiefs on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. They'll drop the throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Here's Cairo Santos now for the Chiefs field goal. This officially a 55-yard attempt. He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right, and this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Again, this is Cook. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the broken tackle. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop the jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play. When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
On 3rd down, Marshall. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They get 9 yards there, and they get a 1st down.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Off the play fake. Marshall. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Halfback sent in motion. Throwing again. Marshall. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. So a field goal here, they're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole 2nd half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
That's fielded in the end zone. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall at the 16. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Hold that thought, Mr. Ridley. We've got a trip to the title game on the line. Folks are eager to get right back to the action. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Now this time he'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
Off-play action. Marshall flushed out right. And he'll go down at the 28. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. On 1st and 10, Marshall eluding the pressure. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Cook following the penalty. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards will get him back to the original line of scrimmage, but now they're looking at 3rd and 10. And the wideout in motion. To throw on 3rd down. Marshall. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
I think if you pulled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then it's the wide receiver, and it'll be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. He's got daylight.
Well, there's some excitement. Right, go for 2, and instead it gets picked off. How about the return? Give him a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
Yeah, the troops rallied.
Exactly, and getting back there and making the tackle and not giving up 2 points themselves.
So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Slot man moves right. They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it's a second down. 9 yards still remaining here to pick up the first on second down.
Here we go. Flex round. Flex round. Here we go. What? Ohio. Ohio. Flex round. Flex round. Ohio. Ohio.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
On play action, they'll throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
They pitch it out to Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
On 3rd down, Marshall finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there, and it helps him move the sticks. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the 4th. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And he motions the wide receiver to throw on 2nd down. Marshall on the screen. Bernard. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
And I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It's always a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not different for him.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. From the gun, Marshall. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
They hand off to their big tight end. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They're going to run this with a tight end. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it. They've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Now a run with Cook, and able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. Just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense.
Come on, let's go! Ohio! Ohio! Flex route! Let's go! Flex route! Ohio! Ohio!
Third down, Dalvin Cook. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
And Bryant's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 8. So, Charles, I think from a defensive perspective, you have to look at that field goal there and consider it a win.
You were able to keep them within a touchdown, so no question about it. That was the kind of stand that keeps you in ball games.
Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that...
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here. After 1st and 2nd down went backwards, it's 3rd and very long. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
So while the offense has had a big day, no one on that side of the ball is excited about seeing a loss like that. Their goal, to make every play positive. And when you have a bad one like that, your next goal is to not let it spiral into more.
He'll look to throw. Oh, that is going to be a safety. What a gut punch. That should be the nail in the coffin with those 2 points, making this a 2-score game now with time, Charles, clearly not on their side.
Yeah, they have to give the football away as well. Had a chance. Yeah, it was a small chance to get down the field. But guess what? This one's now just about over.
And now Now Indianapolis set to take the field. Getting down to the end here, they have a 2-score lead. Barely, but it's a 2-score lead, so that probably makes you as a coach feel a lot more comfortable right now, doesn't it, Charles?
It does, but it doesn't mean now you go out and run option or some kind of a wild double reverse or anything like that. But you do know that if anything does go haywire, you're still in control of this game.
I want a double reverse, don't you?
I'm just waiting for that day where we actually see something like that in this situation.
We'll see what happens here. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. 2nd down, 9 yards to go.
Let's go.
Cook, and an alley to run. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there for Indy. 41 yards.
Left round. Here we go. Brand 38.
Cook on the toss left. Into the secondary again. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. And he's able to put it through. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, their playoff run may end right here. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit.
Let's go.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Giovanni Bernard, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Colts add on to their lead. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. And they have secured it.